and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Now from the great state of Illinois, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the second city of Chicago. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Aviators of Chicago. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game,
two teams more than ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
if you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. 2nd and 3. He's got the connection to Moore. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll drop to throw, escaping the pressure right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. You look at this Niner defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game because they're facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessary.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw here. Pass incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
He finds his man complete. It's Alexander. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 25 yards that time.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays. Another one into the end zone. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And his kick is indeed good, and that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Yeah, now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. You look at this Niner defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. A throw on a quick slant, going to be complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Forced out to his left. Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's Collins. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
1st down, 49ers.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
They'll look to throw here. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. For the moment, they're on top of their division, projected to host a wild card game in the first weekend, but nothing is set in stone. There's a lot of shuffling that can still go on here. They haven't even clinched a playoff berth.
A lot goes into that one word you use, doesn't it? But you're exactly right, because nothing's clinched. So that means another win is necessary, being able to play to the best of their abilities, because they can go from where they are right now to right out of the playoff race. If things go in the wrong direction for them, they've got to take care of business.
The throw to the middle, taken in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Off the play fake. O'Neal. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. After one, it's 9-0. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Got a man, complete to Miller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Barnett. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 12-yard line.
Looking to throw. O'Neal to the right side, complete to Miller. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. A kicker fest so far. All points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Back to throw. O'Neal to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Aviators are back within a score. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. 2nd and 15. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A gain of 5. First down, San Francisco.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 9 at the 43-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, but instead a handoff up the middle. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Now second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Operating from the gun, O'Neal. And he will find his man on the outside. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw, O'Neal.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. O'Neal. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And his guys have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. For the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! A great play there. 53 yards. And the Niners are once again back in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is now 2. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Looking to throw on 2nd down. O'Neal. He finds his man, complete. It's Barnett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. On 1st and 10. O'Neal. It's Miller, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Aviators have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down. O'Neal. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he stopped immediately there. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On third down, O'Neal. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That would be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Dancing away at the 30. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to him on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud. I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Alexander. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
First down, San Francisco.
He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple.
At the 14-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. From 3 yards out. And the 49ers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st down, O'Neal. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the a sack there, and it's second down. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and, of course, get to the quarterback.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Third down and 6.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. O'Neal. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Aviators have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try and escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken right around the 44. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. O'Neal. He finds his man. Complete. That's Barnett. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Well, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. O'Neal. That is caught. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Poor football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, O'Neal. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Touchdown ground. And the Aviators are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these 2 offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point right down the middle, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end. Now a hit and a loose football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's really hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw. O'Neal toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And he is in. Touchdown. Aviators have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, able to avoid him. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Complete to number 89. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down.
Back to throw here. Going to throw right side here, complete.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
And a 49er first down.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
They'll look to throw again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 77 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll keep it himself.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. 2nd and 3.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing now. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Extra point attempt to come here. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll set up a throw. Again, he finds Moore. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense, there he goes, right side. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game